If you're planning a trip to Switzerland, you have probably heard of Jungfrau, Zermatt, or even Mount Atlas. But almost nobody tells you about Brienz Rothorn Bahn, a historic steam train that's been climbing this mountain for more than 130 years. So we decided to ride it ourselves to find if it's one of Switzerland's best hidden experiences or just another expensive tourist attraction. And honestly, one moment on this journey completely surprised me. So hi guys, I'm Anisha and on this channel I will help you plan Switzerland without wasting money or missing experiences that are actually worth it. And in this video, I will show you how much Brienz Rothorn Bahn actually cost, whether the Swiss travel pass saves you money, what the journey is really like, the practical tips before you book, and finally whether I would recommend spending 98 CHF on this.
Hi guys, we have reached Brienz and this is a station. Okay, and look at the view at the station itself. This is a small village. We have just grabbed a smoothie, not a coffee, from the Bistro Rothorn, and now we'll be moving towards the Rothorn Bahn.
So we started from Zurich and getting here was honestly much easier than I expected. Once you arrive at Brienz station, the Brienz Rothorn Bahn station is literally next door. No buses, no confusing transfer, no long walks. So this is the station and here you have guys, looking at this train, it doesn't even feel like a tourist attraction right now, but let's go. It feels like stepping back in time, but here's what surprised me even before boarding. A return ticket costs 98 francs. With a Swiss travel pass or half fare card, it drops to 49 francs. That's a huge saving. And here's something I didn't know. If it's your birthday, you ride it for free. One thing I would definitely recommend, reserve your seats online because these trains are much smaller than they look. Each compartment only has 8 seats. On sunny weekends, they sell out. And once we started climbing, I finally understood why train lovers travel from all around the world just for this railway. See this rail in the middle? That's called the rack rail. So instead of relying only on the wheels, the train locks onto the mountain and that's how it gradients or it climbs up to 25%. Every few minutes, everything changes. The Swiss chalets, meadows, forest, and then suddenly you are above the trees. Now, when you keep climbing up, the trees slowly disappear, the air gets colder, and Lake Brienz looks tiny. That's when I realized this isn't just an old train, it's more than 130 years of engineering.
Hey, cutie!
Hello guys, so we are about an hour later, we finally arrived at Rothorn Kulm, sitting 2,244 meters above the sea level. We are just like, wow, this is surreal. The view is amazing, and definitely you are gonna love it. So when you search on the internet, you might see many things like you sit on the left side for the best views. Definitely, I would say the views are there on both the sides. Okay, even if you just don't, maybe you won't, just in case you won't get the left side, don't feel like you missed out or anything because the view is there also on the right side. But again, the majority of view you will get on the left side. So that's something I felt like, and yeah, otherwise the journey was superb. Like how is this possible? I don't know, but it was amazing. It's worth it, guys, worth it. That journey is worth it. The train is superb, you will enjoy. And yeah, this is where we are right now. So now let's talk about what are the things that you can do here. The first thing you'll probably do is exactly what we did, is walk straight to the viewpoint. On a clear day, you can see the Bernese Alps all around you, with the famous peaks like Eiger, Monk and Jungfrau in the distance, and of course the incredible view of the Lake Brienz below. This one is Tunsi, Interlaken, and this is. So seeing all these mountains, it felt really good because maybe we had gone to a few of them. It was nice to watch it from far away, and of course the view of Brienz is something, it's mind-blowing. You won't get over this view. This view is crazy. There's also a dedicated photo point near the summit, so if you're looking for the classic Brienz Rothorn memory, don't skip it. It's one of the easiest places where you can get a great picture with the mountains in the background. And yes, there's even a mountain swing. It might sound simple, but swinging with the Alps all around you is surprisingly fun, and it definitely became one of my favorite photo and video spots. This is something, so you can take a picture here with this view, but this is the thing. One thing I love was simply watching the steam locomotive. You don't often get to see this close working steam engine that's more than 130 years old. Hearing the whistle, watching the steam rise, and seeing the crew prepare the train almost feels like watching history come alive. And if you're not rushing back, there's also a mountain restaurant right at the summit. Imagine having the lunch with a view like this. That's not something you get to do every day. If you enjoy hiking, several trails start from Rothorn Kulm, so people even hike back down instead of taking the train. What surprised me most wasn't the scenery, it was how peaceful everything felt there. People went rushing from one point to another, some were just sitting quietly, some were enjoying lunch, others were just simply watching the steam train arrive, and somehow that slower pace made this place even more memorable. But before you add Brienz Rothorn Bahn to your Switzerland itinerary, there are a few things I wish I would know before visiting. So before I share these tips, there's one thing that you should know, that Brienz Rothorn Bahn is a seasonal railway. It usually runs from early June until late October depending on the weather and maintenance. So if you're planning a Switzerland trip in winter or spring, make sure you check the operating dates before you build your itinerary. 1. I would go in the morning because weather is much better. If you cannot bear cold, bring an extra layer because it can get surprisingly cold up there. Reserve your seat because you don't risk missing the train. Use a Swiss travel pass or half-fare card for discounts, and combine the trip with Lake Brienz, Gischbach Falls, Brienz Village, or maybe you can visit Interlaken or Lucerne for a perfect day trip. It's kind of 3 to 4 hours that you can spend here. We had took the tickets from Brienz to Rothorn. Now there is Planalp station which is there in middle, but we came till Rothorn. This is a view from the Rothorn. This is at top. Book early, you can choose the time slots that you want to go back. We couldn't find that time slot because it's kind of 4 hours now we are here. We could have done it by 3 hours after food and everything, but the time slot that you have booked is So if you ask me if this trip was worth it, it's definitely worth it, guys. The view, the journey, everything is crazy. It's amazing. We had the Swiss half fare card, and that's what has helped us to cut short the fare. And that's because I am sure you're gonna love the whole experience. Yeah, so I think this is what it is. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I'm gonna come more with these type of videos. So yeah, that's it guys. We'll see you soon on the next one. Until then, bye.